It's a fucking miracle. Continental Circus has loaded, sir. Bit louder, please. Your car looks a bit shit. Other than that, we shall see, sir. Now we've got collisions left on, but we've got it set for always qualify. Now the road drawing routine, it's very simple. It's not particularly fast or particularly high resolution, so not really sure what's going on with that. It's not like it would take any less memory. Did I hit something? Or did the engine blow up and throw me off? The engine noises are nice. The 2.5D game engine is not brilliant. Certainly slower than Outrun on the C64. But it plays okay, I have to say. Which I didn't expect. Because most of these kind of games, where you just blow up as soon as you hit anything, are incredibly difficult. And you do sort of get 2 attempts to overtake someone. See, the first time you damage your car, you have to head for the pits. But if you got past them the second time, it'd be alright. It doesn't say anything about laps as far as I can see. Oh, when you go over the white line instead of the red line, it's end of the race. That sounds a bit like Track Tricks. Well, the instruments anyway. Vince Clarke, famously of Erasure and Yazoo, did the music for Track Tricks. And I've got no idea if those master tapes from the broadcast, the original broadcast, still exist. Can't find any episodes on YouTube except for the segment with Jonathan Ross. So we've damaged our car, but we did make it past there. And because I've got the time turned off, now really none of the graphics have changed from what I can tell. It plays fine, for this kind of game. If the road routine was actually smoother and updated 25 frames per second, that's probably doing I'm going to guess about 10 to 15 actually. Yeah, probably more like 10 than 15. But it does play fine. Now the cars look fine except for the rear wings, which don't look right. They're kind of upside down triangles. I don't know what's going on with that. But the car itself is very controllable. This is sort of like the non-polygon based equivalent of Grand Prix Circuit. The screen update is a bit shit, but the response to controller input, that's actually fine. That seems to be going about 20-25 frames per second, because you can overtake. Right, change the graphics, right, so the background changes, although I'm not a fan of grey, green and brown for the mountains. Surely they could have done something else. I mean, how many colours are going on the screen? I'm going to guess the trees are sprites, because they are horrendously blocky, no matter how far away they are. Ooh. Now, my favourite Formula 1 game, well, the first of them that ever came out, was the original Formula 1 for the PlayStation. The reason for that is in arcade mode you could use the other cars as your braking. You just drive into the back of them, weave through as many as you can, drive into the back of one just before the corner and have instant braking, like Automan. Brilliant. Can't do that in this game. Well, I could have turned off collisions, I suppose. Now, you can't keep going like this forever. You do have to go in the pits. So it's a bit of a weird one. It actually plays fine. It's a tough one to call, actually. As soon as I can't rev the engine before the lights go out, big fuck there really. But I had this on the Amiga, and if you look very closely, that weird game engine is actually used for Chase HQ, although an issue of Zap did actually show a preview screenshot of Chase HQ for the Amiga that looks nothing like the released version. Now, I don't know if that was a picture in deluxe paint or it's actually something that was a work in progress. So although the graphics are sort of shit, like the update speed of the graphics I'm talking about here, it actually plays fine. But I don't have any nostalgia for it. I mean, because I had the Amiga version, I know the Amiga version. I just wanted to see the animations, really. So they're nice to have. I mean, look how blocky the road business is. What you want is a Formula 1 game that plays like this, that's got either Buggy Boy, because this is, you know, the perceived speed I'm going is not that much faster than Buggy Boy. Certainly not Turbo Outrun or... Yeah, so you want something like the game engine from Turbo Charge or Turbo Outrun for a Formula 1 game with nice graphics. That doesn't really exist. It should do, but it doesn't. So why am I still playing it? Well, I made the dough for either cinnamon buns or cinnamon donuts, fried donuts I'm going to go for, I think. No, I could bake them. Mustn't waffle on too much, because the camera didn't get a full charge. But yeah, I think you've seen enough. I mean, back then, if I had to have a C64 that late, if I was unlucky enough not to have an Amiga, I suppose, although Continental Circus, the sound effects are worse than this on the ST, but obviously the game engine is more powerful. Got a 68,000 in it. So I would have been quite happy with a game that played like this if the Amiga didn't exist, or the ST, and I had a C64 when it came out. I think that's all I can really say. Will I ever load it again? I don't think so. That's not because it's shit. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's shit. The arcade music has translated quite nicely, even if the graphics haven't. You can't do a supercycle engine for this because the horizon goes up and down, and supercycle, the horizon never moves. That's why the engine is so good. Could be a lot worse.